Hello, I'm Kevin from Farmer Equipment Sales. Today we have some equipment on the trailer and we're heading to another piece of property to do a bit of gravel maintenance and some hopefully some weed removal as well from some of that gravel surface. I have on the trailer with me today my John Deere 2025R with the front end loader and bucket. I also have a Farmer Equipment Sales 54-inch land plane as well as a MK Martin 5-foot landscape rake. And I have a bit of experience using a land plane before. I've had really good luck with that. I've never used a landscape rake before, so I'm going to try that on a few things. One thing being removing some weeds from a bit of an overgrown gravel surface. And I might use it for a little bit of finishing work after I've used the land plane. If there's any little ridges or anything like that needs smoothed out, I might try it with that, maybe even turned around backwards so the teeth aren't digging in as much. So anyway, I will be there shortly. I hope you'll stick with us. Okay, so I'll just take a minute to show you what the plan of attack is here. We want to use the land plane to fix up some of these kind of things. These little potholes that are holding water here. I also have the occasional weed we'd like to stir up and get rid of. And then also over this way, where I've got the landscape rake sitting right now, there's a bit of weeds taking over here. We'd like to get these all kind of pulled up so the roots will dry up and they'll go away. And then out over this way as well, there's some more of the same. Weeds, potholes, so on. Just haven't done anything to it for a couple of years and it just needs a bit of touching up. Okay, so here's the progress so far. I've made a couple of passes over most of this now with the Landscape Rake. There's a few spots I haven't hit twice just yet, but it's starting to look pretty good. It's pulled up a lot of the weeds. I'm just going to go over this area over here one more time. It hasn't even been gone over once, I think, that one corner there. And then I'm going to also experiment with the blade angled. Well, I'm going to do that for a while. And then I think when I'm done, I might just turn the blade around backwards and kind of drag it over so it's not so aggressive, just to kind of take the little ridges and stuff out. But all in all, it's coming along pretty good. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm just going to spin this around here. I'm going to try it on a bit of an angle. Clean out some of this debris we've been picking up here. Let's try going over, I'll try one notch and see what that's like. So now I've turned the Landscape Rake around backwards so the teeth are kind of trailing and not digging in. And I'm just going to go over everything, kind of smooth out some of the ridges. Done a little bit on the far side there, but there's a few ridges here I'd just like to get rid of. Here's what I mean by it being turned around backwards. So it's not really accumulating anything, it's just kind of leveling off as it goes. So far, seems to be working very well. So there's the final project. I'm just going to leave it at that. I should mention too that this is all B gravel, so there's some pretty big coarse stuff in it here. This is eventually going to get a top dress with A gravel, but in the meantime I just really wanted to try to keep the weeds at bay because it was really starting to take off with a lot of vegetation. So eventually it will be getting A gravel top dressed on it, which will be a lot easier to grade and smooth out later without all these big chunks in it.